Thanks for being here, everybody. Montana advances to the quarterfinal of the FCS playoff this week to face South Dakota here in Missoula. We've got Coach Houck with us. We've got Stevie Rocker Jr. had 2 touchdowns against South Dakota State, and Kellen Dietrich with us as well. And Coach, we'll start with your final thoughts from the game against South Dakota State. A big win for Montana, obviously, as we advance on in the playoffs to host South Dakota.
Thanks, Tabes. In terms of the last one, I thought it was an outstanding effort by our guys Saturday. I was impressed with our focus, our effort, our composure. We were right where we needed to be as a team, and that's a credit to our assistant coaches and our players for being tuned in to the task at hand and what needed to be done Saturday. So that was good. As we move on, there's only 8 teams left. Everyone's good. There are no teams left in this thing that aren't really good football teams, and certainly South Dakota is a very good team. Their DNA is toughness. They're going to be sound. They're well coordinated in all 3 phases. I thought that their margin of victory at Mercer last weekend was eye-popping. We are well aware what they went on the road and did last weekend against a team that had, I think, won 9 in a row. Their balance, their ability to move the ball, both run and pass, is a problem. The quarterback's a good player. He's a veteran. He played here in 2022 against us, so he's familiar with what this is here and how we operate. I do think they've got good players on both sides of the ball. Very skilled. They've got people that can, again, I hit on their balance. There's a reason why they can be balanced. The quarterback's good. The running back's good. They've got people that can catch the ball in space and make you miss. So typical of a game at this time of year, it'll be a heck of a game.
All right, questions?
Coach, when you're facing a veteran quarterback like they had, like you mentioned, who's won a lot of games, won playoff games, just what challenges does that present when it's a guy kind of with his pedigree and ability?
Well, when guys have played a lot, the game slows down for them. They see things. They tend to not make mistakes, and so anytime that you have a veteran, you're going to have a guy that can function. Things aren't going to rattle him. Mistakes aren't going to bother him. Little different looks he's probably seen before. I mean, there's only a certain number of ways you can line up 11 guys. So that just makes it harder to stop. He won't be confused at all.
And their running back as well. He's been on the team. I think he was hurt last year, but he's kind of broke out this year. Just what stands out about his ability and how he's been able to help that rushing attack this year?
Well, he shows up. He's a really good zone runner, is what I'd say, first of all, which means he's got good vision. He hits it. He gets downhill. He's got good speed, all the different things. But he's, again, you mentioned he's a veteran player, and it shows up on film.
And Kellen, to that effect, when you're going up against a team like South Dakota, that there's a lot of veterans on this team, they have playoff experience. Just what excites you about that challenge and these guys? Because you guys saw something similar with South Dakota State, now you get the Coyotes as well.
Yeah, super excited to go play against a good football team and excited to get to know them today in film and throughout the rest of the week, and just looking forward to getting to know them better.
You guys, just from your perspective, when you win a playoff game and you kind of get this rolling right now in postseason play, just what's it like in the locker room? As Coach mentioned, only 8 teams left, and you guys are in that mix as well.
Yeah, just always super blessed and excited to play another week of football. It's something that we do not take for granted, and we're super excited.
Stevie, just the offense obviously kind of humming this last weekend. Fun to watch, 550 yards. Just what was it like being a part of that and seeing so many guys get in the end zone and make plays as you guys got that win?
It's a lot of fun when the offense is hitting in every way, whether it's the pass game, the run game. When our offense is going, it's going. And especially for us, it helps keep the defense off the field, and I know they love it when we get to rolling and run for 12 to 18 play drives, and they go over there, get 3 and outs, and it helps us a lot. So it keeps us rolling, keeps us hot, gets the defense off the field, keeps them fresh, keeps them going. So when things are hitting in every way, Montana football is a thing to worry about.
Coach, we talked about the rushing disparity on Saturday. How do you carry that forward? How do you carry the momentum of both your rushing attack and also your rushing defense into this game?
Well, game to game, it doesn't necessarily apply. But, again, you've got to get a a good game plan together. South Dakota's run game is different than South Dakota State's, so it'll be a different variety of calls. And then, you got to play hard, you got to tackle well, you got to do all the fundamental things, play with your pads down. But those are things that teams with our record do, or else we wouldn't be sitting here where we are. So, again, you just got to be mentally ready to slug it out with those guys, and that's what it'll be in that regard Saturday.
Kellen, what went into the defensive performance Saturday and your ability to stop the run, and how much do you guys need to carry that over into today or into Saturday?
I think everybody just doing their 111th on Saturday helped out. Solo obviously helped out quite a bit. I mean, that guy's awesome. He's been a great addition to this team, and we're just going to go try to do that again on Saturday.
Coach, I want to follow up on that too. Solomon Tuliaupupu, what have you thought of just the way he's been able to play it, and also just sort of the peak he's hitting right now in the stretch run of his senior year?
Well, I think typically, transfer guys, it takes them a little while to assimilate, especially when they don't have spring ball. And we kind of expect that they'll grow their way into it, probably game 6 or 7. And that is the trajectory that he's been on. He's a good football player. As Kellen said, he's a great addition to the team, both in terms of his play and who he is as a man. So we love having him here, and he's playing his best football right now.
Kellen, I'm writing a little something about Drew Deck this week. You guys both, fifth-year seniors from Montana, so I'm sure you've known him for a really long time. What have you thought of just the way he's sort of finishing with a flourish himself during his senior year?
Yeah, I mean, I love Drew. I got no bad things to say about him. He's a great guy, and I'm blessed to get to know him. I could talk about forever about how great he is to be his friend, how great it is to be his friend, and just be in the locker room with him every day, and he's just making great strides as a football player. That catch last weekend was unbelievable, and I'm just super proud of him and happy that he's part of this team.
I mean, Coach, Drew seems like a great teammate, so how much has that just added to your locker room dynamic?
Well, we have a whole room full of great dudes, and he's certainly one of them. All of his teammates like Drew for a reason. He's a good dude. He's got energy, brings juice every day to practice, loves the game, loves his teammates, and so that's the answer to your question is he's a lovable guy.
Coach, you out with a career-high 360 passing yards on Saturday. Obviously, it takes the whole offense to have a performance like that, but just your thoughts on your quarterback having his top performance in one of his biggest starts ever.
Yeah, he had a really good day, certainly. I thought early on in the game that he was seeing things well. He was operating the plan as expected. He continues to improve, and he's on the money on Saturday. It was a good job by him. The fact that we were able to generate a lot of first downs gave him a lot of opportunities, and he took advantage of them.
South Dakota's got a wide receiver, I think leads the nation with 15 touchdown passes. So
Number one, there
you go. So, when they can run as well as they do, and he can get a whole lot of touchdowns, and they're just so efficient in the red zone, just what goes into stopping an offense like that?
Yeah, that's the balance I was talking about, and I've always, it's a fact, and it's not just what I think. It's a fact in football. If a team's balanced and they can run it successfully and throw it well, then they're going to be the most hard teams to stop, and that's why these guys have, they've been really difficult to stop on offense, and they aren't giving up many points a game on defense either. So, the balanced offense, stingy defense, again, top 8 in the country. That's what it's going to look like.
Kellen, we were touching on Solomon just a second ago. Obviously, it was him on Saturday, but we've seen it be you, Peyton, Hunter getting back there. So just kind of what goes into this defense where it can be, anyone on any given Saturday making an impact back there?
Just think that this defense is bought into doing their 111th, and we just want to play for each other, and we want to play for one goal, and that's to win, and we do that together, so that's what it is.
Kellen, you guys obviously played one of your better games of the year. It was also off the bye. I'm wondering how much of that was a part of it, and just how maybe that rejuvenated you guys and how you feel kind of physically as you move on here.
Yeah, it was great to get the bye, when we were super excited to come back and play some ball. But, yeah, the bye definitely helped us, helped our bodies, helped us get healthy, and helped us win on Saturday.
Everyone always says that, they want to be playing their best at this point in the year. Just overall, how do you feel like you guys are playing, and do you feel like it's kind of culminating at a good point in the year?
Yeah, I feel like we're playing great ball. I just feel like we just want to play for each other, and we love each other. This team is really selfless, and we're just going to continue to do that.
Stevie, particularly in the passing game. It just seems like, you know, the chemistry's there. You guys are on the same page with Ayat, and it's all kind of working. How would you describe like how that chemistry has grown and where it's at right now?
Yeah, it's just locker room obviously is a huge help. We all are close to each other. We always talk to each other, whether it's about football or not. We always are conversating, and then when it comes to the field, we're not scared to tell each other like what we see, what we think about certain plays, certain routes, and whatever it may be. So having a leader like Kaylee out there too, I mean, without him and our O-line and everybody else putting their piece into it, our offense wouldn't hit as it is. So it's a huge deal to have everybody in the chemistry that we've been able to build together.
And then obviously you were here last year, but starting out in Arizona and now having experienced FCS playoffs and just what it's like how would you describe, you know, what it's like and how fun is it to, you know, just keep
I'm surprised they don't do this at every level. I think if you want to get the best look at college football, you watch the college football playoffs, and watching the FCS playoffs is also really, really good football. It's almost probably as good, if not better, than you watch when you watch the college football playoffs as well. So, I mean, you'll watch really, really good games, whether it's us or any other team that's there, because every team's there for a reason, and anybody can lose or win at any given moment. So it's really, it's a really good deal, and it makes everybody buckle down for practice because you never really know how it's going to be. You'll play teams you've either never went against before or seen any. So I think it's a really good deal, and I mean, I'm surprised it's really hasn't made its way all the way up to the FBS level.
Bobby, just Brooks and Colin got FCS freshman All-American honors today. Just
Oh, good for them.
curious from you, what's impressed you the most about each of their play throughout the season?
You know, you always worry about playing freshmen and whether they can hold up physically. So, at wide receiver, it's a little different. Certainly, when you're playing one on the offensive line, that's a real challenge. But they both held up physically. I mean, you know, Brooks has made a ton of plays. He plays better and better. I think his two best games of the season were the last two, personally. So he's doing a great job. And then, you know, up front, yeah, we're moving the ball. So all those offensive linemen are doing a good job.
Coach, I just want to ask you about being on network TV. You've been on national TV a bunch, but now you get to play on ABC. So what do you think of just that opportunity for the University of Montana and for your football program?
Well, I think that's great for Montana, Missoula, and the University of Montana. As far as we're concerned, I don't care if it's on TV. We need to go play the other team.
I got one, Coach. Along those lines, how important is it for a big Montana crowd this weekend? For
Yeah,
your
we
team?
would like to see that stadium full. I think playoff football is fun, and if you don't show up, you're missing out. It would be the history of this place in the playoffs, right? All right, so show up.
Thanks, everyone.
Good.